C.L.A.W. In today's video, I'm going to show you the secret location of a UFO. This is the easiest UFO to take over on the island. No fighting, no hijacking. First things first, go to your settings and check your controls for the UFO. Now there are other UFO locations. Look at the locations that are glitching purple. These are locations that are currently being invaded by aliens. So we're going to Camp Cod, which is on the very southeast corner of the map. I know what you're thinking. You want to dominate in the UFO. They're so much fun, but they're a lot of work. You have to shoot them down, you have to find them, you have to fight other players. But the good doctor has found a secret UFO where you don't have to do any of that. All you have to do is jump in and let the abductions begin. In this match, Misty Meadows was highlighted purple, which means it's being invaded, and as we pass Misty Meadows, you can see UFOs flying overhead there. As you approach Camp Cod, you'll see a water tower. Just in the bushes is where the UFO is hidden. Now once you land, you'll actually want to collect some things first, so make sure you get a full loadout before going to the UFO. One more tip is in Camp Cod, just by the UFO, is a bounty board. So this is going to be our first abductee. Make sure to get the bounty, know where the looper is, and then head to the UFO. So Kindle KSM, prepare to be invaded. There's only really three things you can do with the UFO. There's the tractor beam, there's the blaster, and there's the booster. Everything in your UFO does take a battery. When you land, the battery will recharge. Always try to keep your boosters for avoiding fights. Once people start shooting at you, there's not much you can do, but you can boost around to make it a little bit harder for them to hit you. Right now, we're just looking for Kendall, our bounty. We're not really sure where he is, so we're just going to start shooting things to get people's attention. Oh, and that worked. Someone freaked out, so here comes the invasion. It's hard to see from above, but your blast will send people flying like a shockwave. Let's get a closer look. Here this looper is swimming, swim, blast. Whee! Look at them go. Wasn't that fun? Yes, so enjoyable. And now it's time to die. Now this is something that will probably happen to you, but loopers right now hate UFOs, so you become a target for everyone to shoot at. Once your UFO crashes, it's not actually broken. It has 3 health bars. Each time a health bar goes down, your UFO goes down. You'll hear a sound when your UFO recharges and it's ready to fly again. Usually takes about 5 seconds. And you'll notice the health of the UFO is 2 bars and will recharged again. Pew, 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 pew. One thing that's hard is when they're running and you're very high up, you need a lot of lead time for your blast. So try to pick the direction they're going and aim for much farther ahead of them. And this guy, oh, see, he's bouncing around now because the blaster's sending him flying. This poor looper. They're much harder to see when they don't build. Yeah, see, his building doomed him. As soon as he started building, it was over. Because they're just easier to see. And that was our bounty. Collect our gold. Collect our loot. And let's find another abduction. Just gotta fly around. This takes a little bit of work. You gotta really strain your eyes depending on how high you are. Don't see anyone. Oh, I see movement there. And it looks like they got a UFO from Misty Meadows. They probably had to fight for it. Oh, look at him go flying. Boing! No, why? Oh, they weren't supposed to die like that. I feel bad, I'm sorry. I thought we were gonna play a little bit longer. That's the danger of fighting the UFO on a mountainside, is that you will take fall damage, so if you bounce and you go flying, you're pretty much dead. And apparently I want to keep shooting their body, just to make sure they're extra dead. Now, because they can't shoot in the car, technically I could try to abduct him. Oh, they're clever. I don't know if they meant to do this, but because our blaster doesn't have great accuracy, they got close to an NPC who is now freaking out and distracting us. And look at the health bar on our UFO. We'll probably go down very soon. Yep, I've lost control. I am going down. It has 2 health bars, so even after it crashes, we'll have 1 health bar left. But we're just going to take this other UFO since it's sitting here. And we have 2 health bars. So let's see if we can exact our revenge on that car. Our UFO friends are still flying around. Hello, friends. And the car abducted another UFO. So we're going to go all the way up just to make sure we have height on the other UFOs. I actually don't want to fight the UFOs. I would prefer to be the last UFO standing. And we found someone who wants to play, so pew 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 pew! Now, this looper's hard to see. I saw him run under the helipad. I'm just gonna keep aerial bombardment. There he goes. Boink. So I bounced. You did not bounce. Actually, I tested it, and it turns out you are not very spongy. Now, because there are bounce pads, you have to look out for little loopers trying to evade your aerial bombardment. See this little black dot here? That is him trying to get away. And we're just gonna track them for a little bit. I'm just shooting, even though the smoke makes it really hard to see. I'm shooting to see if they will start building so I can figure out their location. Oh, and they're... Oh, see, they were saved. Now, if this looper had just not been shooting at me, I could have focused on his other friend. And there's the low battery warning. Once you run out of battery, your UFO will go down. Now, I could land here if I wanted to, just to recharge and keep going, but we're just gonna push this to the end. Now they're on the edge of a mountain, so all I need is one good bounce here. They really like building. Oh, one of their friends saved them, and there it goes. Well, fun's over.